when it comes to people like me who are making a lot of money with AI OFM, and even people who are making more money, like $100,000 per month, $200,000 per month, they're really doing it across 10 different models. They're making all that money across 10 different models, right? They're not just making $100,000 per month with one model because that's a lot harder to do and it's a lot less diversified. So this is why it's so important to know how to properly scale your agency and not just wing it. Because if you just wing it, you're going to make a lot of mistakes. And mistakes are good because that's where how you learn. Watch this video. It'll give you some guidance on how to properly scale your agency. So, let's say you have your first model and she's doing all right, making a couple $100, maybe a couple thousand, nothing crazy. But you're really just going to want to focus on that first model for a while before you scale. Because if your first model is really bad, and then you go ahead and make your second model, your third model, your fourth model, your fifth model, all you're going to have is 5 bad models. But if you perfect your first model and your first model is making 10 grand a month and it's doing really good, and you have a really high converting model and you have your chatters in place and everything, then when you make your second, your third, your fourth, and your fifth model, you're going to have 5 really good models. So that might seem obvious to some people, but it's really not that obvious to everyone. So it's very important to perfect your first model before you start scaling and making more. But when you do get to the point where you are ready to create your second model, there's a specific way you want to do this. So I use FanView. FanView is the number one platform in my opinion. And by numbers, it is the number one platform for AI models. And they actually have a manager ability where you can make a manager account, a separate account from all your models. It's a manager account. And you can load in all your models right there. So you can manage all your models in this one account and you can switch between them and chat from them and whatever. And then you can also hire chatters. And I'm going to talk about this later, how to hire chatters and find good chatters for cheap. And then you can also load them into the manager account and they have access to all your models too. And they can chat for you, but all they can do is chat. They can't do everything else. So it keeps you safe. It keeps you separate from your accounts. So your chatters can't manage your payouts or anything like that. Like you don't want to have your chatters log in to your actual FanView account because that's a liability if you don't trust them, right? And obviously they can earn that trust over time, but you're not going to trust them right away. So, and this is another thing inside of my Discord server. It's a completely free Discord server, and I'm adding an education section that's going to be talking about how to scale your agency, and it's going to teach you how to do all that properly, and it's going to be like actual tutorial videos. So if you're serious about AIOFM, join the Discord. It's in the description. It's completely free. It's filled with like a bunch of amazing people, 6 to 7 figure entrepreneurs. We have people making $20,000 a month in there, and it's just a great community to go network in. This is how I recommend when you make your second model. Let's say your first model is a redhead girl, and then your second model should be like a brunette or something, right? You don't want to make 2 of the same models because then there's no point really because you might as well just keep them all on that one account. You want to diversify. And here's another reason why you want to diversify. So let's say all your traffic is coming from Instagram or TikTok or Threads or Reddit or whatever. Um, if those accounts go down and they get banned, then there goes your whole revenue stream. Whereas if you have 4 different models, you're gonna be making revenue from each different model, so it's a lot more of a diversified play. And chatters. The next thing I want to talk about is chatters. Chatters are extremely important. Here's another quick thing. Also, in my Discord server, it's called Never Late. We actually just partnered with FanView, and anyone who signs up for the next model to second or any model, but I'm assuming most of you already have your first model. But let's say you sign up with your second model or your third model or your fourth model or whatever. Right after you sign up and complete verification, you instantly get the verified check mark on your model, and you also get 4.5k likes added to your account. So that instantly makes you look like you're not a newbie, and it makes you look like your account's weathered, and you're ready to go. So it's huge. It will increase your conversion rate, but you can only get that in the Discord server. So you have to go to the Discord server, go to the links section, and sign up through that link, and you will get those perks. But yeah, next I'm going to talk about chatters. So chatters are super important, especially if you have more than one model, because you can't chat yourself for all these models. So when it comes to hiring chatters, this is a whole separate video in and of itself. But you can hire them from job boards all around the world. Certain places in the world, you can hire them for super cheap as $2 per hour. So like some of my chatters, I'm paying only $300 per month, and that's a lot of money for them. So and you can train them yourself, and you can build it from the ground up, kind of. But that's one way. The second way is to go to an agency. But the thing is, with agencies, is they're more experienced, but there's a couple things with them that I don't like. One, they're gonna take more of a higher percentage, and they're gonna take more of your money. Number two, I feel like since they're managing so many different models and so many different agencies for all these different platforms, they're all kind of in the same wave. So they're all going to be using kind of the same scripts. They're all going to be using kind of the same style. And if you want to make it in this game in 2025, you really have to diversify and differentiate yourself from these big agencies, and try to make yourself different and better than all the other models. So that's why I don't really like going with agencies. I like building your own team. Like I just built my own team and train them, and it's kind of hard to find people, but some people are very smart, and once you find them, you want to hold on to them. So yeah, back to the AI OFM. So when you're making your second and third and fourth models, you want to switch niches, like I was talking about earlier. So let's say you have a redhead girl from American girl, and then you make like a brunette Ukrainian woman, and there's so many different niches, and you want to diversify that and do it that way. And that's another thing I'm leading into is split testing. So split testing is very important because you want to make sure you have the tightest funnel possible. So if maybe for one model, for your bridge page, use a link me. For your second model, for your bridge page, use a beacons account. And split test all these different things so you can find the best possible way and the fastest way with the lowest amount of drop off to your fans. Because here's the thing, the whole point is getting views, right? And then once you get views, you're going to get people. This is for every funnel too, for e-commerce and pretty much every internet marketing uh, business. Views, and then you get some drop off, and they go to your profile page, and then you go to the link in the bio. Some people will do that. You get some drop off, and then they go to your fan view page. You'll get some drop off, and then some of those people who subscribe to your fan view page will start chatting with you, and that's where you get the money. But it's a very low percentage, and you really want to keep that as high as possible. But yeah, guys, this is the way. If you want to actually make real money with this, like $50,000 per month, you're gonna have to diversify, and you're gonna have to have multiple models. So I teach all about that in my Discord server for completely free. And we also have the perks. So if you use our referral link, you'll get the verified badge and the 4.5K likes instantly for all your next models. And even if you have a current model, you can DM me on Discord, and we'll get those added to your account. But yeah, bro, this is the way. It's really hard to make a lot of money with this using only one model. So that's really what I've been focused on lately.